So good morning, students. So last class we discussed about logic based testing and we complete fourth unit. In today class we are going to learn about state graphs and transition testing. In today class we are going to discuss about state graphs. Okay. So what is a state graph? The state graph is associated with the state table. That means it specifies that state. That means it specifies that the behavior of a system. Okay. So what is a state means? So state is nothing but, so normally we are going to use the word state. So this word we are going to use to define a circumstances of a system. So for example, so moving automobile. So for example, car. So now, so what are the states of this car? First one is, if it is, maybe it is neutral. Second one, maybe first gear. Maybe it is second, third gear, and fourth gear, and fifth gear. And another state is reverse. That means the word state is defines that the circumstances or attributes that belongs to the particular thing. So here the thing is the car. So what is the different types of attributes or circumstances of this car means? Maybe it is neutral and the state is changed to first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, and fifth gear, or reverse gear. Okay, so that is a state. So state is nothing but the attributes that belongs to a thing or system. Coming to state graph, the behavior of the system is represented in graphical form, which is known as state graph. So what is state graph? So state graph is nothing but the behavior of the system is represented in graphical form. That means if you represent this data in the form of diagrams, that we are called as a state graph. The state graph is used for functional testing of the system to identify different bugs. So these state graphs we are going to use for functional testing. Now here, if you taking the car as example, so what is the functionalities of that car means? So these are the functionalities of the cars: neural, first gear, second gear, then neutral. That car may be neutral, maybe it is in first gear, second gear. All these are the different states of the car. Now the state graph is used for functional testing. So these are the functions you are going to perform with the help of car. Okay. Now by using this state graph, we are going to uh, check the functional testing for the system. Okay. And while you are doing this, you are going to find or identify different bugs. Those are state bugs or transition bugs. One is state bugs, another one is transition is nothing but when the states are changed from one state to another state, so we get the bugs, so that we are called as a transition bugs. And what are the elements means? In these state graphs we have different types of elements. One is states, second one is inputs, so third one is transitions, and fourth one is output. Okay, so what is a state graph means? Simply saying the behavior of the system we can represent as graphical. If you represent a system behavior in graphical notation, so that we are called as a state graph. Okay, Now we see, so what is a states? A state in a state graph is the node which represents the characteristics and behavior of the system. The graph has set of states and they are identified by characters or numbers. Okay, for example, this is the S, P, Q, R. So these are the different states. You can change from S to P state, so P to S state, so P to Q state, and P to R state. Okay. Now, so these are the different states, S, P, Q, R. Now, these are the states, S, P, Q, R. So these states in the state graph is the node which represents the characteristics and behavior of the system. For example, this is the state, so neutral. So this is the state, so first gear. So this is the state, so fifth gear, like it. So state graph has set of states and they are identified by characters or numbers. Here we are identifying these as SQ, SPQR, or you can identify or you are indicating these states with some numbers also. Okay, so that is a state. So next one, inputs. The state in the state graph contains input values to represent the changes to the states. They can be denoted by the number of characters. Okay, that means for example, this is the second gear. Let us assume S represents second gear. Now, this may be P state or Q state. Let us assume. So this is the third gear. This is the fourth gear. Okay. From if you are giving the second, then it changes the state from S to P. If you give 3 as input, then the state of the system will change from S to Q. Okay, that means the inputs is nothing but the state in the state graph contain input values to represent the changes to the states. That means if we apply the 2 on state 2, the state will be changed to P. Okay, they can be denoted by number of characters. So next one, transitions. Transitions. The link that joins two states is known as transition. When some input is applied to the node, the state changes and the process of changing of state is known as transition. Okay, so already we discussed this. The changing of state from one state to another state we are called as a transition. So for example, P, by applying A, if it is changed as a Q, so this is the transition. The P is changed as Q because of applying A input. So this we are called as a transition. The link, this is the link. The link that joins two states known as transition. So what is the A? A is the input. What is the P? So P and Q are the states. Okay. Outputs. After processing an input, the result is produced, which is known as output. Okay, here, so P is a input. So P is a input. Sorry. A is a input and Q is a output state. Q is the output state. So after processing an input, if A is applied to state B, state P, the result is produced. Here the Q, the state P is changed as a Q. So that we are called as output. The input and output of a state graph are separated by a slash. So separated by a slash operator. Okay. So this is the example of state graph. In this, just wait. So this is the example of state graph. Here the states and inputs and transitions are, so this is the S is start state. So S is a start state. The A. So here the state graph is for enter a pin number. If you enter the pin number correctly, then you are going to enter into the system and withdraw the money. Okay, these are the different states. Now you are going to start. After that, A means input. You are going to provide the pin number. So after that, the state is 1, indicating that it's a verification of pin number. Now this is the state. This is the initial state, that is the start state. When you are enter the pin number, the initial state is changed as 1. And what is a 1? 1 means verification. Now, if the verification is failed, pin number is wrong, that is the C. So this is the input now. You give the input and this is the checking one, and in that checking the verification pin number is wrong, that is indicating with C. Now the state is moved to 3. So what is the 3? 3 means re-enter pin. So re-enter pin. Okay. Now, so there is no input here. Whenever the pin number is wrong, automatically the state 3 is changed to start state. Okay. And if it is correct, if the pin is okay, if the pin is okay, then the state of the system changes from 1 to 2. So 1 to 2. And here you are going to check the balance inquiry. So this is the E. So E represents the balance inquiry. You choose the input as a balance inquiry. And so fifth one, when you are choosing the balance inquiry, now the system state changes from 2 to 5. So 5 indicates the print receipt. So print receipt. And coming to D, if you press some money withdrawal, if you press money withdrawal, then the state of the system changes from 2 to 4. So here you are going to give the input. What is the input? Enter amount. So that we are F. That is the input F. Now the sixth one, amount entered, you entered. So you received the money from that machine or system and print the receipt. Print the receipt. So these are the different states. I hope so everyone understand about this state graph. So what is a state graph means? The representation of, if we represent the behavior of the system graphically, so that we call as a state graph. The state graph consists of states, second inputs, third transitions, so next one outputs. Okay, here the S is a start state. So 1, A is a input. This is the A, B, D, C, E, F. All these are the inputs. States are S, 1, 2, 4, 3, 5, 6 are the states. And transition, if we give B, if the input is B, that means the pin number is okay. Now the system transits from state 1 to state 2. So these are the transitions. This arrow marks indicating transitions. And output, by giving these input B to state 1, the state of the system will change from 1 to 2. So 2 is the output. Okay. So this is about state graph. So now you see it's a finite state machine. Finite state machine. Finite state machine is a model of computation consisting of set of sets, a start state, an input alphabet and transition function that maps input symbols and current states to next states. I hope you all are know about these finite states in your flat subject. So what is a finite state is nothing but it's a finite. So finite state machine is a model of computation consists of set of sets, a start set, an input alphabet and transition function that maps the input symbols and current states to next states. For example, a state machine that accepts only A and C alphabets. A and C alphabets. Okay. So for that, I hope you all are the finite state machine. So this state machine is a model of computation and this consists of set of sets. So different sets you are going to give, and for this there is a start state and end state, and this model can accepts only the alphabets AC, for example. Okay. So FSM, so finite state machine can model a large number of problems such as the design automation, the parsing and protocol designs, etc. So design automation means in automobiles or previous classes we discuss about some automation testings. So these all are can be designed with the help of this finite state machine. So for example, it accepts the input only AC. Then so for that you are going to define a model so that can accept only AC. And parsing, so parsing so parsing is nothing but how we can convert into the machine language. So how you can change this high level language instructions into machine understandable. And so protocol designs, you are going to write different rules for the design. Okay, that means so these are the model. FSM can model a large number of problems. All these are the problems. So parsing, you are going to define a state machine that can parse, and you can design the protocols with the help of finite state machine. So next one, state table. So what is state table? I hope you all are understand what is state graph. So what is a state graph? The state graph is a pictorial representation or graphical representation of the different states of a system. If you convert that graph into the table, then we call that as a state table. That means the representation of the state graph, in the form of table is known as state table. So this is done because it would be difficult task to go through all the nodes of the state graph. That means by seeing that graph, say that is difficult task to go through all the nodes of the state graph. Okay. If the graph is converted into table, it would be more convenient. The state table is also known as state transition table. The table contains rows and columns to store information. Okay, what is the state table? State table is nothing but this is the representation of state graph in the form of table. If you're representing the state graph into the table, so that we are called as a state table. Okay, so this is the state graph for hard disk recovery. So this is the hard disk recovery. Here the states are S, P, Q, R, F. Okay. Here yes. So good sector NOP. That means no problem. So it is 1. So good sector, no problem. And 2. So bad sector repair. So that means this is the P. So there is a bad sector in the hard disk, you are going to repair. So bad sector, so 4. So repair, so quit. And So good sector, no problem. Bad sector, then you are going to format. Okay. So there are two types of sectors. One is good sector, another one is bad sector. If it is good sector, there is NOP. NOP means no problem. So NOP means no problem. This is the input. If it is so good sector and no problem, then yes indicates. So good sector is the input. So these slash we are using for output. So transition and output. And bad sector slash repair. And if it is repaired and then it moves to again good sector, so no problem. So that means that is the output. If it again have bad sector, so go to repair. Okay. And if it is a bad sector, then you are going to go to the format. So this is the F. Okay, this is the state graph for hard disk recovery. So now we convert this state graph into state table. So this is the state table for the above graph. So these are the different states or inputs. So S, P, Q or F. So good sector and bad sector. If it is a good sector, the state is yes, no problem. The output state is yes, no problem. If it is state B, then also it is good sector, then there is no problem. So yes, Q, so good sector, no problem. R, good sector, no problem. For example, the state is yes, it is bad sector, then go to state P and repair. And similarly, if it is P, it is a bad sector, so repair and change the state from P to Q. If it is a Q and it is bad sector, and do the format and change the state from Q to R. Okay. And R means bad sector, it's a damage, and F means format. Okay. So this is the how we can convert a state graph into state table. When you are seeing this diagram, it is difficult task to go through all the nodes of the state graph in this. But if you convert this state graph as a table, then it is easy to know the states and outputs of that state. Okay, so next one, so time versus sequence. State graphs don't represent the time, they represent the sequence. Okay, a transition might take microseconds or centuries. A system could be in one state for milliseconds and another for hours. So that means the state graph don't represents the time. Here the state graph represents the sequence of states. So the state was changed from 1 to 2 like that. It does not indicate the time. So time of the the time of the state graphs. It does not represent the time. It may be take some microseconds or centuries. So although the finite state machine model can be elaborated to include notations of time in addition to sequence.